This is one of the most incredible photographs of Venus, an image taken by the Soviet space probe on the 22nd of October 1975. But the story of how Venera 9 got here is an achievement that remains unmatched to this date. In the 1950s, the Soviets thought Venus was like Earth. Assuming it had the same atmospheric pressure and temperature, they launched their first space probe, Venera 4, on October 18, 1967. As it descended to Venus and deployed its parachute, it started sending signals back to Earth. The pressure remained at 1 bar, and the temperature remained constant at 35 degrees Celsius. As it descended further, the probe started to encounter conditions far harsher than expected. The reading started to go from 1 bar to 50, and the temperature rose up to 100 degrees Celsius, and within seconds, it exploded. With very little information known about Venus's atmosphere, on May 18, 1969, the Soviets sent 2 space probes, Venera 5 and 6, as test subjects to accurately measure the pressure and temperature in its atmosphere. With this new set of data, they modified Venera 7 and came up with an idea. The idea was to release the parachute late to escape Venus's harsh atmosphere. As brilliant as the idea sounds, on December 15, 1970, Venera 7 started to descend into Venus. The idea seemed to work surprisingly well, but as soon as the parachute was deployed, it failed and was ripped apart. The space probe hit the surface of Venus at 60 km/h, but surprisingly, scientists were able to capture 23 minutes worth of data from the surface. However, the new data shocked the scientists with the temperature reaching about 500 degrees Celsius and pressure 50 times stronger than Earth. The scientists were about to give up, but as a last hope, they came up with a new cooling system made up of lithium nitrate, which can withstand temperatures more than 500 degrees. On July 22, 1972, they successfully landed Venera 8 on the surface. It was a huge success, but it had a major problem. There was no camera, and no one knew what Venus's surface looked like. So for one last time, the Soviets redesigned the whole space probe. Instead of a parachute, they turned it into an impactor which would absorb the landing shock, and they added tougher, resistant material. The ultimate space probe was ready, and Venera 9 was descending to the surface. With 14 years of research and hard work, they finally captured Venus's first image. In a span of 22 years, the Soviets had launched 16 Venera space probes and had mastered the art of landing on Venus.